start with
So you're
James.
biased.
I'm not biased. It's just I feel like, first of all, I'll say who I would replace them with. Devin Booker is better than both. I'll start there. Devin Booker is better than both Ja Morant and Damian Lillard. Okay, so playoffs now. In the whole playoffs, which superstar do you think is under the most pressure to get themselves a championship?
I think it's a tie. I think it's a tie between the tandem of Joel Embiid and James Harden specifically, and Nikola Jokic.
Okay, why?
Okay.
I didn't think you were going to go there.
Me either.
James Harden is so self-explanatory, and it's because it's like all the stuff in Houston, how close he was at Western Conference Finals after Western Conference Finals, different superstars, different teams. Just to insert, because he obviously cares about it. So it's like, and he seems to be putting in the work this year specifically, like his first like full healthy year besides since like the Nets debacle. And Joel Embiid, just because like that whole city of Philly, it's like a whole them and Doc. It's like the pressure is all on him, I think, and I don't think they're gonna live up to it, even though I like him to. Nikola Jokic is because he gets like skated of being everyone's media darling with the MVP stuff, even though he can ball. But it's like I don't really care that he's a foreign player. Like Luka Doncic is under like crazy, like he has like the requisite like tools to like actually do something. Like Luka Doncic those past couple of years, outside of Jalen Brunson, who do they have? And he gets the Western Conference Finals. Nikola Jokic, like, and he crumbles under pressure. Like the first Lakers, when Lakers won in the bubble, called the bubble, but he still like fumbles. I can't remember at the top of my head who they played last year in the playoffs, but it's like I get like the Jamal Murray thing and stuff like that. So you have the full pieces. You have like a legit squad. Jamal Murray, Porter Jr., KCP, Aaron Gordon. You have a legit squad. So it's like, what's next? Like, I need some people to put the fire on, bro. Because it's like I was like, and I'm just mad he has number 15. Like Denver just did him dirty. So with that, I never want to see a Jokic jersey in my life, man. Carmelo put the curse on him for that. But yeah, he just doesn't live up to it.
I really like that you said Jokic. I really like that you said Jokic. Draymond said something on his podcast actually where he was talking about how European players don't have the same amount of pressure on them to win a championship as like American-born players. So I'm actually really happy to hear you say Jokic, though I don't agree that he has the most pressure. Marcus, go ahead. What do you think?
I'm going to give the basic ass answer, and I'm going to say Kevin Durant.
Obviously.
I mean, Steph winning that ring last year really cemented Steph because everyone was saying, oh, you can't win without KD, or oh, you can't win without Kyrie and Kevin Love getting injured, whatever, all that's in the past, whatever, it's not true. KD went to the Nets, got Kyrie Irving, got Ben Simmons, got exactly who he wanted, didn't work out.
Sorry, go ahead.
He sure does. He forced his way out. Went to Phoenix, exactly where he wanted, the number one spot where, and everyone was like, there's no way that's going to work, there's no way it's going to happen. He gets there. Like, excuse me? You have to win. You have to win. You've gone to the two places you wanted to go, you've gone exactly where you wanted, you've gone exactly the players you wanted. You have to win without Steph. It's just at the point blank period, Kevin Durant has to win without him because people are asking questions now. If he doesn't win this year, I feel like people are going to give him the excuse of like, oh, like they weren't healthy, they didn't have the chemistry, they didn't have a full year. I think next, you got to win. You just have to win.
I think he has to win. He has to win in his tenure in Phoenix.
He does, 100%. And we don't know how long that's going to be though, because he wanted to go to the Nets so bad, and he's like, oh, I want to be here, I want to win a championship, this and that, bounces.
He's so it's like, who knows? Back on, man. We'll see.
I think definitely it's Kevin Durant. You're in the West now. You have another, again, we're going to get into it a little bit later, but in my opinion, another top 10 player on your team in Devin Booker. You have the leadership of Chris Paul. And it's not just if he doesn't win the championship. Can you imagine if they were to play the Warriors and they lost? Can you actually imagine if they were to lose to the Warriors in a series?
They're gonna kill him.
That would be so embarrassing. He's got to retire or something like that. That would be the most embarrassing thing I could imagine. So I really do like I would say Joel Embiid, I think, still has a bit more time before he has to win a championship. I think Joel Embiid deserves the MVP. I'm just going to throw that out there now. I think he deserves it.
I thought he deserved it last year.
That's fair. I think that James Harden, I feel like we know what we know about James Harden. I think he's a great player, a Hall of Famer, but to me, he's just not that guy. He's not him. You know what I mean? He's a good second. He's okay. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good player, but I don't think winning a championship would change how I view James Harden as an all-time player, personally. I think Jokic, is a good point. He is the back-to-back MVP. If Jokic wins the MVP this year, I think I might actually break everything in my apartment. I'm not joking. I can't deal with even the thought of it. So
we all know the MVP is not the best player in the league, so
that doesn't matter to me. It's the premise that the last person to win 3 MVPs in a row was Larry Bird. So in our lifetime, us three, we have never seen anyone win an MVP three times in a row. Not LeBron, not Kobe, not Curry, not Tim Duncan, none of them. And so you mean to tell me the first person I'll ever see win 3 in a row is Nikola Jokic? Absolutely not.
A big white guy who plays no defense? Are you kidding me?
I just can't stand for it. So I do think there's a lot of pressure on him. I think there's a lot of pressure on Jokic, but to me, it's definitely Kevin Durant. He's got to do it. He's got to do it.
That was such a good pick, though, Andre Jokic. I didn't really think about those.
Jokic is a good pick, definitely.
And everything.
And then Giannis had back-to-back MVPs with the Defensive Player of the Year, but he backed it up with the 50 piece.
But he got that ring.
Exactly.
And then it's like you saw the progression.
Fact.
And it's like Giannis didn't have any help. Oh, they got him Drew Holiday. Look what he did. So it's like Jokic can't say Denver didn't try to look out for him, because I'm not saying it's the best. It's not the best squad, but it's a respectable squad.
He has a good supporting cast, a very good supporting cast. Very good supporting
cast. And team in the West. You kidding me?
And you know how I was a Michael Porter Jr. stan, but
he loves that guy. He loves him.
He's good. The back surgeries really kind of did him, but he's really good. He's really good.
But the thing is, only thing with Joel, I only said him is because he has a timetable with his health and body and stuff like that. That's the only thing of being dominant.
It's true.
So it's if he had a little bit more, if he was I don't know, not getting injured every fucking year, I think it'd be he'd have time.
Okay. So we've thrown around a couple names, Joel Embiid, Giannis, Jokic, all of these names. So let's really start diving into it. Who are the top 10 players in the NBA? Start from 10. What do you think, Marcus?
You want me to start?
I want you to start. Start from 10.
Oh, you're gonna be upset with me.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
All right, number 10. I'm not gonna explain why. We're just gonna talk about it later. We'll figure things out.
Okay.
Number 10, Damian Lillard. Number 9, Kawhi Leonard. Number 8, the GOAT, LeBron James. 7, Jason Tatum. 6, Stephen Curry. 5, Luka Doncic.
Oh my goodness.
4, Jokic. Doesn't play enough defense for me. Number 3 is KD. It's just his health. He could easily be the best player in this league, but it's just his health. Embiid is number 2. He's better than Jokic. I don't care what anyone tries to tell me. I'm white and I'm saying it, so. And Giannis is the number 1 best player in this league. He's unstoppable. He doesn't even have to shoot threes, and people can't stop him. It's unreal. So.
Andre, go ahead. What are you thinking?
Number 10, I'm gonna go with Ja Morant.
Oh my goodness. I hate both of you guys, honestly.
He's not a top 10 player in the NBA. He's not.
Both of you guys, your number 10 is very upsetting, but go ahead.
Number 9, I'm gonna go with Kawhi. Number 8, I'm gonna go with LeBron. Number 7, I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum. Number 6, I'm gonna go with Steph. Number 5, I'm gonna go with Jokic. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Luka. 3, KD. 2, Embiid. 1, Giannis.
You essentially had the same list.
Okay, so I'm not gonna run it down just because I feel like your lists, you're right, are very similar, and I feel like I'm not too upset. Ja Morant and Damian Lillard, I hate them both. I'm a secretary that hate them both. I'm gonna start with Dame. I'm not biased. It's just I feel like, first of all, I'll say who I would replace them with. Devin Booker is better than both of them. I'll start there. Devin Booker is better than both Ja Morant and Damian Lillard. While KD was out, my man was averaging 35 points a game on 56% shooting as a shooting guard. Kind of insane. But Dame doesn't have what I would consider like a superstar's mentality. I don't know if you guys heard like some of his interviews, but he basically was saying that championships like don't matter.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
That's not fair.
Dude, he's been playing on a scrub team for so long. Like
he chooses to be there.
The Suns went to the finals a couple years ago. Like he's
because of Devin Booker.
He has accepted that he's never gonna be on that team. He knows that. He is that guy, but not on that team. Could you imagine a 32-point scorer on a good team where he has support and not Anthony Simons as his 2 guard?
Anthony Simons is good.
All right.
Okay, question. Okay, question. Right now, right this today, would you rather have Anthony Simons or Chris Paul? Be honest.
Am I trying to win a ring this year, or am I a franchise owner? It's different.
Well, obviously, Anthony Simons,
if I want to win right now, it's Chris Paul. But over time, of course, it's Anthony Simons because he's like 23 or something. He's so young.
That's true. They got what's his name? Jeremy Grant. You got Nurkic. His team isn't terrible. There are worse teams. There are worse.
Nurkic has been in a body bag since LeBron put his whole body in the ring.
That is a fact.
Still crawling out of the grave.
Dame does not get the respect he deserves because that man has accepted he's never going to win a ring, so he tries to downplay rings to make himself sound better. I would do the same thing. If I'm an all-time player with no rings, I don't care about rings. Those rings are nothing. Those rings don't matter to me.
Damian Lillard sitting the last 8-10 games of the season was one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. Especially after saying,
I don't like players getting shut down either. I hate that.
I don't know. And then my issue with Ja Morant.
Shut down.
Oh my! I can't stand when players just sit the rest of the season. Like, dude, you make 40 in the season. And then my issue with Ja Morant, he has big AI energy, which I like. He definitely has big AI energy, but he's just not. I feel like I've seen too many games where Ja Morant isn't the best player on his own team. And I get, realistically, he probably is because of the impact he has. But I've seen a lot of games where Jaren Jackson Jr. or even Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain is the best player on the floor for their team.
Why were we for a while talking about Desmond Bain being the best player on that team, bro?
I've seen it a lot. A lot of games where I've seen
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's not a top 10 player in this league.
Y'all not including Devin Booker to me is blasphemous. But I can live with that. The rest of your list?
He's probably 11 or 12, to be honest. I think Booker would be 11, and I think Shea would be 12.
You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys my list from 5 up. I'm gonna give you 5 up because
can I hear it?
For the most part, I kind of like it. From 5 up. I'm gonna go. I can't. At 5, I'm gonna put Steph. I think Steph is the 5th best player. Underneath him, just for reference, I do have Luka and Jokic directly underneath him. At 4, caveat healthy, Anthony Davis. Respect that man.
Gosh.
You've seen what's going on. He wasn't on either of your lists. You've seen what's going on. You've seen it.
I did make this list before the past 4 games, excuse me, or this 7-1 run that they're on.
You seen what's going on. You saw it in the bubble. I admit last season, and he had injuries. He took a step back. He was kind of resting on the bubble championship. You know what I'm talking about? I will say the bubble definitely have an asterisk. We're not gonna get into that, but I will say the bubble has an asterisk. But a healthy Anthony Davis. Hey, you guys see what's going on out there. I'll put AD at 4. At 3.
So can I say something? Can I say something? I'm so sorry. I have never in my entire fandom ever watched a player hit the ground and immediately think, "Oh man, they might be really hurt." I'm serious. I'm so
right.
serious. Like, it is a problem. That man has a problem.
Actually,
every time he falls to the ground, I'm scared. I'm like, yo, he might be out for like 2 to 4 weeks. Shams is gonna drop a tweet and he's out. You know what I mean?
I forget who they were playing. Maybe it was the Timberwolves. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember. But he fell and he twisted his ankle, and I remember immediately being like, "The season."
That's
I remember being heartbroken.
And he was
watching
gone for
it play on the
like
ground for
whatever.
30 seconds. I remember just immediately being like, "It's all over now."
Yeah.
Every time he hits the ground, you're right. I do think like his career could be ended. So I will give you that. Which is why, literally in my notes, I have healthy in parentheses.
And healthy prime, he is top 5. I would agree.
He's really skilled, really skilled. Above him though, I got Joel Embiid, number 3. I went back and forth with this so much, and I had to remove my bias. So number 2, I'm gonna put Kevin Durant. And again, kind of like what Marcus said, I think that's partly on health because Kevin Durant's not playing more than 50, 55 games ever in the season.
Right,
that's not happening. Giannis, man. Giannis is definitely, to me, the best player in the NBA. Offense, defense, he's not going to cheat you on any possession of any game. So I was definitely glad to hear both of you had that. I was a little scared it would be someone else. So I was definitely happy about that. But I will say I was more pleasantly surprised with y'all list than I was. I was prepared to be triggered. I was sitting here prepared to be super triggered. But
just the way Giannis's durability, the way he makes an entire team change their defensive strategies. He doesn't even have to shoot 3. He can get other players involved by sucking the defense in. He's unreal. I mean,
if you don't build the wall, it's over with. If you don't build the wall, you're not winning.
The Suns buried their own grave in that. I mean, that's their fault. You know what I mean? Like,
poor DeAndre Ayton got 50 dropped on him.
The Suns learned the hard way, and I mean, that's what it is. If you don't stop Giannis first, I mean, that's what it is. And then you have Middleton, you have Drew Holiday. That's what I'm saying. The Bucks are scary, man. So we'll see.
The thing I will say, the reason I have the Celtics coming out of the East and not Milwaukee is kind of because Giannis can't shoot. I feel like if the Bucks fall behind by 10 to 15, not 10 is a little too much, but 15 to 20 points, I just don't see them coming back. Like,
yeah, Celtics have good perimeter or core defenders. So I mean, if they can get a plan against Giannis, I could see that.
Okay, but I wasn't too mad at y'all's list. You guys gotta respect Devin Booker a bit more. Gotta respect Devin Booker.
I'll give you that.
That boy is a problem. Dame, I get it. He dropped 70. Andre, you're tripping. John Morant is not. But you know what? Let's talk about some of the young guys. Who is the up-and-coming, best young and up-and-coming player? Caveat, they can't have made more than 2 All-Star games already. So, who do you think? I'll let you go, Andre.
Let me...
Shea.
Oh, man, that was my pick.
Easy answer. Why, though? Why?
That's the universal, though. Just to see what he's doing, his progression since, like the Clipper days, like that short time with the Clippers. But it's like you could just see, like I didn't watch a lot of college basketball, like definitely not even recently. But like him in Kentucky, like who would have thought that? And then just for him to get that little bit of development, like Clippers would probably be like a top 2 seed if he was there with Kawhi instead of Paul George or something like that.
Yeah, true.
They wouldn't get Russell Westbrook. They wouldn't I don't know, like just his consistent 30-piece, like him just working on his game in that dungeon called Oklahoma City. Like I just can't wait to see him go to a contender or see what OKC can do, I guess, with Chet Holmgren next year or whatever.
Okay. What you think, Marcus?
Man, you know who I'm a big fan of?
I'm listening.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay, I like that one.
That
I like
man
that one.
Is a dog. I'm telling you, I really like the Pacers, Miles Turner, Buddy Hield. I mean, I feel like that team just got some pieces together. They're so young, but I don't know. I think Tyrese Halliburton could have a big explosion. Like everyone's big on Shea, and they're like, yeah, like he's next, and like I feel like he's like low key there. Like everyone loves Shea. He's that guy. Like I feel
Shea,
like
31 points per game for Shea this season.
Might be all NBA.
It's kind of insane.
I feel like he's kind of low key already there. I feel like Tyrese Halliburton next year could have the season that Shea had this year.
A floor general.
I like Halliburton a lot. Man, he racks him up.
That was. We'll be honest. I'm gonna go someone different. Though I was honestly thinking Shea, but Jalen Brunson to me is the truth. Jalen Brunson to me is the truth, man. Like I know Julius Randle will probably make All NBA because he played like 70 games or whatever. But Jalen Brunson, let me tell you, the Mavericks wish they had him back. They definitely wish they had him back.
I was not a believer. I thought the Knicks overpaid. I'm dead wrong. His leadership is clearly like an intangible that teams haven't like thought of. You know, like a 4-year college player, he's a good leader and he can score on all 3 levels. For someone his size, the amount of post fades I've seen this guy hit, it's ridiculous. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. So I think Jalen Brunson could make an All-Star game as soon as next season. So I definitely will go him. But I think all 3 of these guys are pretty solid. Pretty solid. The league is in good hands for sure.
We not gonna miss Bron? We not all gonna stop tune? We not all gonna tune out when Bron's gone? Nobody's gonna say Zion?
Bro, man, get out of here.
No one's gonna say Zion?
Stop.
No one's gonna say Lonzo Ball.
Oh,
no one's gonna say Lonzo Ball.
What about LaMelo Ball?
No one's gonna say LaMelo Ball.
Absolutely not.
Zion's getting shipped out, bro.
What about James Wiseman?
Oh my! Isn't he in the G League?
He's a Piston now.
Yeah, he's a Piston, bro. Nothing up Detroit.
His career
is
over.
He's eating in Detroit though. He's getting like a double every night.
I bet he is. Getting an L every night. Oh my!
Hey, fucking Magic! Look out for the Magic next year too.
Pablo Banchero, definitely easy lock for Rookie of the Year. I don't even think any other rookies really stood out to me this year, to be honest. Another player I will throw out there, though, that I think is up and coming is Tyrese Maxey. He kind of wet the bed against the Celtics last night, but I definitely think he's trending in the right direction. I think he could be an all-star.
I think his role's not even defined. Like, he's off the bench some days, starting the other days. Like, I think he's just, like, kind of like, what am I doing here? Like, trying to figure out.
Am I a shooter? Am I a defender?
Yeah.
I think with Harden.
What do you guys want me to do?
Unpopular opinion, I think Tyrese Maxey is the second best player on the 76ers.
Yeah.
I know how it sounds, but who do you think, if the game is close, which player do you think is more likely going to get you that 25 to 30 you might need? Be honest.
Who are we asking? Who?
Either of you. Like, on the 76ers, you know Joel Embiid's going to do what he does. In the playoffs, I think James Harden's going to do what he does. He's going to disappear. He's going to turn the ball over. And he's going to hope somebody saves him.
He's also turned into a facilitator.
Yeah, in that case, I would say Maxey, yeah.
Yeah, fair. He's John Stockton now. Agreed.
Tobias Harris?
That guy sucks. But
PJ Tucker?
But I would have traded Tobias Harris so fast to keep Jimmy Butler, but let's not get into that.
Oh
I would have traded him so fast.
That's a whole 30 minutes, so we're not getting into that.
His apartment would have been packed already, bro.
I would have packed his stuff myself if I was that.
Hey.
Crazy.
I would have paid out of my pocket to get him out of my team.
Yeah.
See ya.
Okay. What else we got here? Okay.